For the last 2 seasons, the Packers' backup quarterback has been Jordan Love, and with an Aaron Rodgers trade on the horizon to the New York Jets and Jordan Love becoming the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, a big question has been who will be the backup quarterback for the Packers in 2023. For the last 30 years, the backup quarterback position for the Green Bay Packers really didn't matter too much, especially under Brett Favre, as he really never missed any games, and then even under Aaron Rodgers. Yes, there were some times with broken collarbones and other injuries where players such as Matt Flynn, Seneca Wallace, Scott Tolzien, Brett Hundley, and Deshaun Kaiser did have to come in and play, but usually those were for very, very short stints. But now going into this season with an unknown at the quarterback position with Jordan Love, it's going to be very important for the Green Bay Packers to have a solid backup quarterback behind him. First and foremost, if Jordan Love does suffer an injury, you want to have a guy in there that can go in and at least run the offense that you were already running. And then secondly, the chance that Jordan Love isn't the guy you thought he would be. Going into the season, we really haven't seen much of Jordan Love. A couple, games here and there against Philly last year, a full game against Kansas City when Aaron Rodgers had COVID the week prior. We simply haven't seen Jordan Love take too many meaningful snaps in his 2-year career here at Green Bay. Now, the first option would be probably the easiest, and that would be for the Green Bay Packers to draft a quarterback in this year's draft. And if we look at their, so far, their pre-draft visits, they get up to 30 pre-draft visits for this draft, 2 of which have been used on quarterbacks. One on quarterback Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, and another one today, actually, on a quarterback Sean Clifford from Penn State. So it's very clear the Packers have their eyes on some guys in this draft to potentially become that backup quarterback to Jordan Love. They also do have Danny Etling on the roster, who has been on the roster for a decent time now and mainly has been a practice squad quarterback, so they very well could go into next season with Danny Etling being the backup quarterback, but my best guess would be either on a veteran or a draft selection, in the later rounds. And the Hendon Hooker pre-draft visit is very interesting to me because he has been flying up draft boards right now, and a lot of people are saying that they could even see him going in the first round. So just imagine the reaction if the Green Bay Packers were to select Hendon Hooker at the 15th overall pick. I can't even imagine if that were to happen, but it looks more and more likely that Hooker will be going in the first round. If he didn't tear his ACL in last November, he would 100% be going in the first round. He was having one of the best seasons last year for Tennessee, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and just overall, his college career at Virginia Tech and Tennessee has played really, really well. 80 total touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 172.2 quarterback rating, and nearly 9,000 passing yards. So if Hendon Hooker were to fall to the 3rd or 4th round and the Packers were to select him in the 3rd or 4th round, I think that would honestly be an excellent draft selection. Although he is still healing from that ACL injury, after that he could be your backup guy and maybe even your true starting quarterback in future years if Jordan Love doesn't work out. But like I said, I don't see Hooker falling that far. He's been flying up draft boards, and I do see a team selecting him maybe even before players like Will Levis. And the second quarterback they had a pre-draft visit today with was Sean Clifford out of Penn State. A lot of pre-draft visits, at least with the Ted Thompson days, were guys you thought were potentially going to go undrafted, so you want to bring them in, have them in on a visit, so then when they don't go drafted, they're interested in coming to your team as an undrafted free agent. And I think that's more so where this fits with Sean Clifford, as I see him as a day 3 guy at maximum and likely will be an undrafted free agent there at quarterback. But he's had a pretty, solid career there at Penn State, having 86 total touchdowns, 31 interceptions, 143.8 quarterback rating, and over 10,000 passing yards. He's played a lot of snaps at quarterback at Penn State over the last 5 seasons. So getting a guy in that has a lot of snaps under their belt in college would be a nice addition as a backup quarterback to Jordan Love. Now, the second option for the Green Bay Packers would be to go out into free agency, sign a veteran quarterback, which is definitely going to cost more. Obviously, if you draft a quarterback in the later rounds or sign them as an undrafted free agent, they're going to be very, very cheap. And we all know the Packers are trying to save as much money as possible right now to basically get rid of that Aaron Rodgers contract. So I don't know if they're necessarily going to go out and sign a veteran that's going to be, a $5 to $7 million cap hit for a backup quarterback. There are veterans on the market right now, such as Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco, and Teddy Bridgewater. But I think some of those guys, such as Matt Ryan and Teddy Bridgewater, would command a little bit more money. And would it be really worth it for the Packers to pay $5+ million contract to one of these guys just to be a backup quarterback? But on the flip side, having a true veteran quarterback behind Jordan Love in the quarterback room, helping Jordan Love, and then, like I said, the potential of a Jordan Love injury, a guy that can come in, has a ton of experience in the NFL and potentially run the offense, would be more ideal than an undrafted free agent rookie that has 0 snaps in the NFL. In my free agent video a couple weeks back, I talked about the possibility of the Packers looking into Teddy Bridgewater. Do I see them doing this? Probably not, but I think he would be an awesome add for a backup quarterback. I know a lot of people don't like Teddy Bridgewater, but I think he has so much experience being a backup quarterback and could run the Packers offense in a pinch. So I do like the thought of him being the backup here, but will the Packers go out and sign him to, again, a bigger deal? As even just last year for the Miami Dolphins, he had a cap hit of $6.5 million. So the Packers really don't have that money right now to go out and spend that on a backup. So all in all, in my opinion, I think the Packers do go the route of potentially drafting a backup quarterback day 3 or signing an undrafted free agent, competing with Danny Etling for that backup role. It's like I said, it's very interesting that they did a pre-draft visit with Hendon Hooker as he is flying up boards, and I think you would have to at minimum spend a second-round draft selection to get Hendon Hooker on the football team, which, like I said, if the Packers went out and used a first-round pick or even a second-round pick on a quarterback, I would just love to see Twitter, YouTube, the overall reaction of that. I think I would just sit back and just watch that reaction because I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Overall, I'm interested to see what the Packers do at backup quarterback. I think it is going to be very important to get that figured out for this upcoming season behind Jordan Love. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think they should go out and sign a veteran free agent? If so, list that free agent down in the comments. Or do you think they should draft or sign an undrafted free agent quarterback after the draft? If so, who would that be? List that down in the comments below. But that about does it for this video. I appreciate everyone watching. I just hit 37,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed to my channel, watches my videos, left a like, left a comment. Seriously, you guys are awesome. I couldn't do this without you. And if you are new here and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates throughout the entire offseason, from free agency to draft, salary cap, everything Packers here right on this channel, go down, click the subscribe button, and then leave a like on the video. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack.